watching Wallet Channel, and today we have an exciting conversation ahead. We'll be speaking with a licensed professional teacher and two pre-service teachers from Saguan Community College to empower their stories, insights, and aspirations. So, whether you're inspiring educators, a seasoned teacher, or simply curious about the world of teaching, come with us as we dive into this interesting discussion.
Now, let's hear from the future of education. Our aspiring teachers. Joining me is
Prince Prince Rocky Buncog.
Sir Prince Roque Buncog, a promising pre-service teacher from Tagoluan Community College. Welcome, sir. Could you introduce yourself and share what year you're in and what education program you're pursuing?
My name is Prince Rocky Buncog. I am a second year student and I also came from BSED English.
We all know that teaching is a journey filled with both excitement and challenges. So, here are the three questions. First question, what are the personal characteristics of an ideal teacher?
For me, the characteristics of an ideal teacher. So for my own opinion, it is the one who can balance both being strict and considerate, and also those who are approachable ones and the one who value their students.
Thank you. Second, what talents and skills do you have that can be shared or used when you become a full-fledged teacher?
So when I become a full-fledged teacher, as what I've mentioned in the first question, so I will be a teacher who knows how to balance being strict and considerate and an approachable one. And I will be a strict teacher, not in a way that I would pressure those students, but also I would consider their misconceptions or something like that. So which talents, and I'm also an approachable one, and I am also a good communicator.
Thank you for that wonderful question. Last is, think of a teacher whom you consider to be talented and skillful in his or her teaching. How do his or her talents benefited his or her teaching?
So one of the best example of the teacher is my teacher from way back in my ninth grade and junior high school. It was Sir Agbon, and he teaches in a way that he uses it as a joke, since he knows that a human brain can, what do you call this, can remember joke faster than a serious matter. So in a way of discussing his lesson, he interprets his lesson as a joke. And also one of the best example is Doc Desiree Saraspe, our former program head of English. She knows how to balance being a strict and considerate teacher, and she values her student.
So, it's inspiring to see your enthusiasm and commitment to education. So, thank you for sharing your thoughts. I have no doubt you make an excellent teacher. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, let's hear from the future of education. Our aspiring teachers. Joining me is Mr. Arnel, right? A promising pre-service teacher from Tagoluan Community College. Welcome. Okay, sir, could you please introduce yourself first and share what year you're in and what education program you're pursuing?
Yes, so hello, I am Arneli Aligsao, currently taking the course of Bachelor of Secondary Education. So I am now a second year college student here in Tagoluan Community College.
Okay, thank you for that, sir. Teaching is a journey filled with both excitement and challenges. So here's the question, sir. What are the personal characteristics of an ideal teacher?
I think for me, the personal characteristic of being a teacher is able to understand his or her students, because if you have this characteristic, you will be able to create a safer or a healthier learning environment for your students.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. What talents and skills do you have that can be shared or used when you become a full-fledged teacher?
Talents and skills. I think currently right now I'm working with my public speaking skills, and I think one of my talent is my being creative. So when I was in first year, I don't know how to create my IMs or my visual aids, but right now I see there's a lot of improvements. There's a lot of improvements from being from having nothing to having something nga pwede na ko magamit, or something nga kanang maka-create ko og creative nga kana bitang IMs or nga visual aids.
Okay, so the last question. Think of a teacher whom you consider to be talented and skillful in his or her teaching. How do his or her talents benefited his or her teaching?
Yes, no? So, I think it's Sir RJ Roxel Jo Cagatin. So, he's a very inspiring teacher. He's our instructor way back in first year. So, I've learned a lot from him when creating visual aid, when creating instructional materials, and those lessons that I've learned from him is ako gidala siya para magamit na ako for future na po yung mga endeavors. So, I'm very grateful for him because naami opportunity nga mahimo na mo siyang instructor. So that is why nga grateful gid ko nga na part na mo siya sa naagian gid mo iyang pagka-instructor.
Okay, so good afternoon everyone. This is John Michael S. Dayday from BS Ed English 1B. So let's start by hearing from someone who has first-hand experience in the field. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with the most handsome teacher or PE teacher here in Tagawan Community College, a dedicated educator shaping young minds every day. Thank you for joining us. To start, sir, could you tell us about about yourself, and please share your name, position, how long you've been teaching, and the subjects you handle.
Okay, by the way, I'm Sir Elimar Hamisola, and then I've been teaching in TCC for almost 6 years, and I'm under Bachelor of Physical Education program. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, so thank you so much, sir. Now, let's get into your journey as an educator. So every teacher has a story. So, here's the question number 1, sir. So, what are the personal characteristics of an ideal teacher?
Okay, for me, there's a lot of personal characteristics of an ideal teacher, but if you ask me about that, maybe I can cite one, and then it should be an exemplary character of being a teacher. You just have to do right, behave right, act right, especially inside the institution, so that you will become a role model to your students. And then maybe that good character of being a teacher, which is exemplary character, may impacted the students to model you, to follow you, to maybe especially to those students who wants to become a teacher in the future also.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so thank you so much, sir, for answering our question number 1. So now let's go to our question number 2. So, what talents and skills do you have that can be shared or used when you become a full-fledged teacher?
Okay, thank you. In our program, which is Bachelor of Physical Education, that program is really more on the performance task or performance base. So that is why, and of course, BPED is very broad. So as PE teacher, you just have to choose at least 2 or 3 fields, fields that is related to physical education. And if you want to improve that field, you just need to at least render sometime in that particular field. Let's say for example, in fitness, I'm really into fitness, and I can say that skill is very relevant to my program and very useful since I'm dealing with future PE teacher, and then maybe that knowledge and wisdom will be passed on to my students, and in the future those students will be now teaching also PE subjects or PE lessons.
Okay, so happy to tamahuman, no? So let's go to our third and last question. Here's the question number 3, sir. So think of a teacher whom you consider to be a talented and skillful in his or her teaching. How do his or her talents benefited his or her teaching?
One of my idol professor in my master's degree journey was Sir Vincent Padilla. Okay, one of my professor during my master's when I earned my master's degree at Lord's College, and I really idolize the way he taught us before, and then the teaching strategies and methods he was actually using in our class, and then it really impacted or contributed to now who I am in the teaching and learning process. So yeah, maybe for me that method, that teaching strategies and method he was utilizing during his class is very effective. That resulted to copy his teaching method and strategies. That for me, I really think that teaching method and strategies is very effective in teaching and learning process.
Okay, so we're so thankful for Sir Elimar's dedication on teaching. So, sir, your passion for teaching is truly inspiring. Thank you for sharing your experiences and wisdom. So that's also, thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
From our conversations today, we have learned that teaching is not just a profession, but a passion that requires dedication, patience, and continuous desire to learn and grow. Our licensed professional teacher provided us with valuable insights about the realities of the teaching profession, while our pre-service teachers shared their experience and challenges in preparing for their future roles. We would like to extend our gratitude to our interviewees for sharing their experiences with us. Their stories remind us the important role that teachers play in shaping their future.